Well, hello there, everybody. This is a comedy thief, and guess what? You're watching Funny Old Guys. How'd you like that for three sets of karate chops, folks? Now we're bigger, and what we do is
Hunky dory.
that's right. Did you say hunky dory?
Yeah, yeah.
Is
She
that
lives
your
up the street.
is that your niece?
No, no, no.
Hunky dory.
Uh,
Hunky.
well, anyway, I think we should tell the people what we're doing. We tell jokes. Okay. You laugh hysterically, and it's just a marvelous, hysterically wonderful time. So, I'm the comedy thief. You probably can't tell. Dr. Fatpacker, say hello to our wonderful audience.
Guten Tag, everybody. So nice to hear all that stuff. I'm telling you, we will
Yes.
laugh. You can laugh with us, though. Good to be here, Mitchell.
And below me is homeless Charlie. I think he's put his wig away for the summer, right?
Yeah.
He used to wear a wig to keep his ears warm because he has no place to live. How you doing these days there, Charlie?
Doing good, getting warm out. Yes,
Yeah,
70
yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah. Do you have a sleeping bag in the alley, or you...
Well, if it's warm out, yeah, but I have a friend that owns a store and it's right, by the alley there, and he lets
Yeah.
me stay in his back room at night. So,
Oh,
Well, that's
pretty
very
nice.
nice of him. Yeah.
yeah.
Army
yeah,
surplus,
yeah.
Army
Is that
surplus,
good?
right?
I
Huh?
use cardboard for a mattress, but that's okay.
That is. Okay. Anyway, enough of that. Let's start out with some hysterically funny jokes, and we're going to start with Dr. Fatpacker. Go for it.
Oh, well, this wife goes on a retreat for work. And when she returns from the retreat, she finds a pair of panties in her dresser that do not belong to her.
Ah.
So furious, she questions her husband, and the husband says, I have no idea where they came from. I don't do the laundry. So the wife goes to the maid and questions her, and the maid replies, my goodness, madam, how should I know? These panties don't belong to me. I don't even wear panties. You can ask your husband.
Oh! Oh! And that's when...
That's when the fight started, yeah.
Exactly. Homeless Charlie, it's your turn.
Well, did you hear about the Italian chef who died?
No!
No, pray tell.
He passed away.
Oh! 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 There was
Bad.
these two guys in the locker room at a golf club.
Uh-huh.
They got out of the shower, shooting the breeze. They're starting to get dressed. And all of a sudden, one guy looks over at his buddy, and he's trying desperately to pull up a girdle. Okay?
Okay.
And the other fellow says, Charlie, he says, I've known you for years. He says, haven't known you to be at all concerned about your weight. He says, what are you doing with that girdle? How long have you been wearing that? And he said, ever since my wife found it in the glove compartment. That's Dr. Fatpacker, go for it.
That was the best part, the visual. Yeah.
Thank you.
So this man, Mr. Johnson, he's a businessman from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And he went on a business trip to Louisiana. He immediately sent an email back home to his wife. And he wanted to let her know that he had arrived safely. Unfortunately, he mistyped a letter, and the email ended up going to a Mrs. Joan Johnson, the wife of a preacher who had just passed away.
Oh.
And the preacher's wife took one look at the email and fainted. And when she was finally revived, she nervously pointed to the message, and it said, arrived safely, but it sure is hot down here.
Oh, that poor little old lady. Yeah, homeless Charlie, go for it.
Well, I'll tell you
He's
what,
still thinking about it.
I've been trying to lose some weight, and so therefore I'm on 2 diets. I wasn't getting enough food on one.
That's right.
Oh, my goodness, yeah.
Maybe we should have a Nutrisystem as our sponsor. We'll have to see that. Guys, any person, any man, any guy who says that he can see through women Well, I want to tell you something. He's missing a lot. Dr. Fatbacker.
Oh my goodness. So, anyways, I have these 3 bad jokes, and I'm going to just kind of interject here so you know what's coming up here.
Okay.
Did you hear about the man paranoid about picnics? Yeah, he's a basket case.
Oh,
Basket.
That's bad.
there we
These are
go.
why they're
Almost
bad,
Charlie.
yeah.
Go for it.
Did you hear about the did you
Oh,
hear
you're gonna do
about
3 of them. Okay, go
I
ahead.
got three. Come on. Where the heck have you been? This is the way it's gone since the beginning. Did you hear about the homicidal oatmeal? Yeah, it's a serial killer.
Oh, that's
What
bad.
did one toilet say to the other one?
I don't know.
You look flushed.
You look flushed. Get it, Charlie? He looks
Yeah, I
flushed.
did.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, go for it.
well, along the same line, a
please.
cold seat in a public restroom is unpleasant, but a warm seat in a public restroom is worse.
Oh, yeah,
worse.
yeah. I see what you're saying there. Jawohl.
I should have gone to Dr. Fatbacker, Charlie, but I went to my own doctor. I told him, I'm still getting over it, that I had a really, really sore throat. So he told me to go into room B, take off all my clothes, and he'd be in to examine me shortly. And I'm thinking to myself, Doc, I have a sore throat. He says, I know. Go into room B, take off all your clothes, and I'll examine you shortly. Well, I was puzzled, confused, and upset. I walked in there, and in the room already was another guy. He's naked, sitting on the bench. And so I took my clothes off. I'm sitting on the bench, and I turned to the other naked guy. I said, I'm really pissed. I said, the doctor, I told him I just had a sore throat. He told me to take off my clothes so he could examine me. And the other guy says, you're pissed. I just came to pay my bill. That's what the other guy said. Dr. Fatbacker.
So this little boy says to his mom, he says, Mom, do you know what Dad did to our maid in the bedroom? And the mom says, oh, wait a minute. Don't say it now. Wait till your dad gets home from work. Oh, and then tell it in front of him. And so Dad comes home from work, and Mom says to Ronnie, she goes, now tell me, Ronnie, what was Dad doing with our maid in the bedroom? And Ronnie said, well, Dad was doing what Uncle John does with you in the bedroom. You should have let him talk.
So much for strategy. Almost Charlie.
Well, the other night I noticed some thieves were in my neighbor's shed. So I called the police and told no one was in the area to help. And they said they'd send somebody as soon as possible. A minute later, I rang them again and said, hello, I called you a minute ago because there were people in my friend's shed, but you don't have to worry now because I shot them. Well, within 30 seconds, half a dozen police cars showed up and they caught the burglars red-handed. And one of the officers said, I thought you said you shot them. So I said, well, I thought you said there was no one available.
Oh,
that's wonderful. I can cross that one off now.
You got those coppers. Well, I went to my psychologist today. A problem. I said, Doc, I said, at nighttime, he says, I'm having these strange dreams. They're whirling around my head. One minute I think I'm a teepee, and the next minute I think I'm a wigwam. What's wrong with me? And the doc said, well, I can tell, son, you're too tense is what you are. Oh, talk about bad jokes.
Hey, well, there's some students were in this classroom taking this test, and one of the students noticed that the teacher wasn't paying close attention. So he whispered to the student next to him, he says, what's the answer to number 1? And the student yelled back, says, Benito Mussolini. Oh, what about number 2? It says, the Battle of the Bulge. Oh, so he's going good now. What about number 3? Fascism. Oh, my goodness. So this went on and all, and he was asking for the answers to all the questions, you know. The teacher didn't catch him, so he thought he was doing pretty good. The next day, the teacher said, I suspect that you were cheating on the test yesterday. I'm going to give you a 0. And the boy says, well, you can't prove that I cheated. She says, I don't need to prove it. It was a chemistry test, and you answered every question wrong.
Of course, yes. But guess what, folks?
Boss, this is the last one.
This is the last one. Charlie, go for it.
I've been the prize. I've been the prize.
Well, I'll tell you what, I went line dancing last night.
Yeah.
Well,
Ooh, yeah.
okay, listen, it was a roadside sobriety test. Same thing.
Anyway, we're done. We're out of here. Oh no, we're not out of here. We have a point of conversation just between the three of us. All right, you ready, guys?
Oh,
You're at Victoria's Secret store, and you want to buy some sexy lingerie for your girlfriend. The lovely sales lady asks you what is the cup size and other measurements for that your girlfriend has. So what would you do, and what would you say to this young sales lady?
well, I said to her, I mean, what types of cup size things are there? And she goes, well, there are Catholic, the Salvation Army, the Presbyterian, and the Baptist types. And I said, I don't understand what they mean. She goes, listen, the Catholic type supports the masses. Right? The Salvation Army type lifts the fallen. The Presbyterian type keeps them staunch and upright. And the Baptist makes mountains out of molehills.
Wow, my goodness. I didn't know they had those sizes.
Yeah, oh, they have letters from A all the way to F.
Okay there, homeless Charlie, your girlfriend, you're going to buy her some lovely, sexy lingerie. You go into Victoria's Secret, and the sales lady asks you what cup size and other measurements your girlfriend has. How would you handle the situation? What would you say?
Well, I think I'd go there with a pair of my girlfriend's panties and a bra. And then I'd ask her to try them on and tell me what she thinks.
Oh,
I
that was
like
very
that one.
smart. Yeah.
That's a beauty. All right.
Yeah.
I would.
How about you, Comedy Thief?
Well, I would tell her that there's A, B, C, D, and women's cup sizes, but men have an entirely different set of categories for women's breast sizes. All right.
Oh, we do?
Yes, they have cup 1, cup 2, cup 3. The fourth one is called, and the fifth one is called, oh my God.
I've been into another store and she asked me about the cup sizes, and I said 6 and 7/8.
Yeah.
She said, how did you come by that? Just I measured it with my ball cap.
I like that one too. Very good. Anyway, folks, we're done. We're out of here. We're so glad that you listened to us. But I did almost forget here. We invite a very famous celebrity to be on our very next video, and the individual we're going to ask, a very famous movie star, Judy Garland, you're going to be on our very next video. So, Judy, we want you to check in at funnyoldguys@gmail.com.
Excuse me.
What?
Yeah, both. Listen, I hate to break this to you because I just saw The Wizard of Oz over the weekend on the stage, but
So?
Judy Garland is dead.
Wait a minute. She's dead? Well,
Yeah, boy.
We can't ask her then. Who do we know named Judy?
Judy Carn. She was on the
She's still alive?
Laughing.
Huh?
Laugh-In. That's it. She was on Laugh-In.
So she's alive.
I don't know.
Judy Carn.
Well, see
I
if
don't
she
even
answers.
care, Judy. I think you're alive. If you are, check in at funnyoldguys@gmail.com. You're going to be on our very next video, and that's the end of that. So this is Comedy Thief saying farewell and goodbye. Pass it along to Dr. Fatpacker for his farewell.
Oh, well, choose nay. And don't forget, if you want to keep doing this, you just got to mark down subscribe. There's a little spot below where we are here. But, and if you, and if you want other friends of yours to see us and that, you just send us an email at funnyoldguys@gmail.com, and we will send you a bunch of these little business cards. Oh, see, he has one too. It has our YouTube address on the bottom. You can pass them out to your friends, and they could laugh too. Yeah. Oh, that
Okay,
was
and Homeless Charlie, we want you to say farewell and goodbye to the boys and girls in Videoland.
Hey, goodbye to the boys and girls in Videoland.
Okay, everybody wave goodbye. Everybody wave goodbye. Wave goodbye because we're out of here and we'll see you down the road.